Well, this answer is not going to be as interesting or juicy as custody, but issues that I see that are complex are things like if somebody had a business, and let's say they had it before marriage. In California, because the business was established before the marriage, the character of the business is separate property. So it belongs to the person who owned the business before the marriage. The issue that comes into play in a divorce is if the value of the business has appreciated. So let's say the business is worth $100,000 on the date that you get married, and then the value increases to $1 million at the time that you separate. The court has to decide, why did the business appreciate? Did it appreciate because of the efforts of the working spouse or the non-working spouse? Did they primarily contribute to the growth or appreciation in the business? Or was it factors like inflation having nothing to do with a spouse's efforts? Those are extraordinarily complex issues, and going back to what to recommend to a client, never hire an attorney that has not tried one of those cases, because those cases are factually intensive, they are legally intensive. You have to be able to pivot on a moment's notice, whether it's before you go to trial or at the time of trial. You have to know a lot about financial issues and accounting and things like reasonable compensation. So if you don't have those kind of cases in the hands of an experienced attorney, it could be disastrous for you, because they could miss very nuanced legal issues. They could miss factual issues. They can be ill-prepared to take a deposition. Usually in those cases, and I had one case that the husband was married previously and divorced, and that case was published in the Court of Appeal in California. So I represented the second spouse, and our position was that during the marriage, the monies he received from the business were community because it was based upon his salary versus the profits from the business. In order to prove our point, we had to take numerous depositions of his partners and of his competitors and to other people that worked in his business, and had to take depositions and take testimony of expert witnesses that were business appraisers and reasonable compensation experts and tax experts. And that takes a team of very skilled lawyers to be able to do that and to be successful in terms of the outcome, which in that case it was.